Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to teach you how to heal your thyroid disease naturally, whether you have hypo, hyper, Hashimoto's, Graves, nodules, you name it. I got you covered. So I'm answering questions that came into my website, www.andreabeaman.com. And on the sidebar is something that says Ask Andrea. So these are all the thyroid questions that came in to my Ask Andrea on my website, and I am going to be answering them today. So lock and load and let's get started. First question came in from Rosemary. Rosemary says, I'm 66 and I have the hypothyroid problems, and I'm wondering if I can fix my thyroid, lose weight, just like younger women, or will it take more time or different strategies? As I see lots on the internet from young women healing their thyroid, so I'm just wondering if this would work for me too. And do you have cases of older women who've done so? Okay, so when I initially healed my thyroid condition, I was 28, so I was younger, and it was an autoimmune thyroid condition. It was Hashimoto's. Actually, it was initially hyperthyroid, and I had a large goiter, and then, of course, it went Hashimoto's and hypo and all that crazy stuff. But I've had lots of clients over the past 2 decades that have healed their thyroid conditions as well, or managed their thyroid conditions so that they do lose weight and they do feel better. Now, your age, you're 66. That's not old. Right now, I'm 51, right? So I'm hoping that 66 is not old, Rosemary, because I'm going to be there in 3 seconds. So I want you to try and switch your mindset. Like if you can, I love Louise Hay. I saw her, I guess it was like 10 years ago when she turned 80. She got out on stage and she goes, you know, when I hit my 80th birthday, I said to my staff that this is going to be my best decade ever, right? So I want you to get into the mindset that although you're 66 and you're not a spring chicken, right? You're not 25 or 22 or 30. It's going to take a little more time because the body, as you age, just kind of slows down naturally. But you can still lose the weight and feel better and nourish and support your thyroid. And you could get a ton of information on healing the thyroid naturally on my website, andreabeaman.com, or in my best-selling book, Happy Healthy Thyroid. And I have a copy of it. I'll show it to you later. Okay, let's get to question number 2. This is from Janice. Janice says, I've started taking adrenal support twice a day, and I've started sweating more, especially in the middle of the night. Should I cut back on the dose? I started taking because my cortisol level is low in the morning and thyroid levels are low. I've been dairy, sugar, and gluten-free for the most part for 8 years. I don't eat red meat. I'm not achy like I used to be, and my ability to get out of bed in the morning has improved. I'm hoping to not have to take a thyroid med. Okay, so you're taking adrenal support twice a day and you're sweating more, especially in the middle of the night. So something's going on with your blood sugar, as well as the liver. And with thyroid diseases, there's often, the liver is often either congested or in a state of blood deficiency. So that's something to consider as well. So your cortisol is low in the morning, so we have to look at your stress levels. So are you on the other end of adrenal fatigue, meaning that you've stressed out so much your whole life that your adrenals can no longer give you the cortisol that you need to get moving in the morning, right? Cortisol, when you wake up in the morning, it's supposed to be elevated. So it gets you up out of bed. It gets you moving. It gets you grooving for the day, right? So years and years and years of high stress, emotional, physical stress, you name it, it'll wipe out the adrenals. So what's needed is not only adrenal support, but you have to support your kidneys. So in Chinese medicine, to support the kidneys, you need rest, you need meditation, relaxation, reduce your stress a lot. There's a lot that you can do. You know, it's good that you cut out the dairy and the sugar, but your body actually may need some red meat depending on your condition. And, you know, like, let's say, and I know we're not going into that because I don't know your actual condition. I don't know. You're just taking the adrenal support twice a day, which is really smart, because it's probably got ashwagandha and a whole bunch of other stuff in there. So I actually need more information. So go to my website, andreabeaman.com, and put it into the, not in the Ask Andrea, but send me an email, right? Now I'll try and answer that for you. Okay. This one's from Nicola. Nicola says, hi, Andrea, I'm back again. I'd like to ask about a query. I went to my doctor, my general practitioner, and I've been really, really trying hard for over a year now to heal my thyroid. I weaned off of thyroxine gradually over 6 months. I was on it for 20 years, a low dose. But my results still come back saying that my TSH is very high, 21. Actually, 21 is, it's high, but it's not really. I've seen some that are really, really up in the 50s and stuff like that. Your T4 is 8.5. Doctor says it's dangerous to continue off of thyroxine. Do you suggest I go back on a low dose but continue with the plan that I follow from Happy Healthy Thyroid and the herbs and the food that I take and the lifestyle changes? Then just stay on a low dose till it improves. I feel worried as the doctor says it's dangerously high TSH. Can you help? Should I wait longer for it to heal without medication? I was feeling better at times, but other times I'm not still. Nikki in the UK. Okay, so Nikki, the thyroid's going to waffle back and forth. It's going to, vacillate. You'll feel better and then you'll feel worse. You'll feel better and then you'll feel worse. So if your doctor says it's dangerous for you to continue off of thyroxine, then I can't tell you not to do that, right? You have to, according to the law, you have to listen to your doctor. So you listen to your doctor, but continue doing what you're doing because you've been feeling at times better. You admit that you're feeling at times better. So healing doesn't happen overnight. So I've had clients that have healed their thyroid conditions in 3 months and others that have healed in 3 years, right? So where you are in your life, and also I would highly suggest you take my Nourishing Thyroid Health Program because you may be, like there are things that you want to tweak in your diet and your lifestyle to make sure that you're getting everything that you need. You've edged a little bit forward, right? But you still have these moments of falling back, and that's okay. That's part of life, right? 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. As long as you don't go like 10 steps back, you'll be okay. So if you haven't taken, and I don't think you have taken my Nourishing Thyroid Health Program, it launches every spring. So it's coming up in a couple months. Send me an email and we'll get you on that list. Okay. Next question came in from Claire. Claire says, I had epilepsy 15 years ago, but went on medication and it went away. I now have a large goiter. Do you think that the two are connected? I also have Keritosis Pilaris, chicken skin. How do I fix this? I've been told the goiter in my skin is incurable. Okay, so the chicken skin is showing that you're not absorbing and digesting fats properly, especially good quality fats, essential fatty acids. So the goiter, anytime that there is a goiter, it can come from a couple of things. So the first is the thyroid isn't getting enough iodine to create the thyroid hormones, right? So if it's not getting enough iodine, it'll expand and grow. So let me see if I could grab a picture and show you my thyroid. A little interruption, a little commercial break. So I'll show you a picture of what my thyroid looked like. You could see this, right? I had a large goiter in the, you could see the whole thing was just like, my friend Lisa used to call me the neck. She was a good friend. And that's from my book, Happy Healthy Thyroid. So it'll expand when it's trying to get more iodine, right? It'll naturally expand. It's like it's trying to grab iodine. And on the flip side of that, if you have too much iodine, it'll also expand. So there has to be a balance with how much iodine you have and how, right? Are you getting it in your food? Are you putting it in like iodized salt? Maybe not the best thing for you. You're better off getting your iodine from natural sources, sea vegetables. Sea salt doesn't have much iodine, it has a little bit. But natural sources, right? Even like pickled foods. There's so many places capers, right? That's a great place to get iodine. Anchovies, oh God, such a good place to get iodine, right? Natural sources of iodine. So you have to be able to know that you're getting the right amount of iodine and good quality iodine in your diet. And then, of course, with the chicken skin, you're not absorbing fats properly, especially not good quality fats. So this is where you want to look at the health of the gallbladder. And remember I said earlier that a lot of times with thyroid disease, you'll have a also liver stuff happening, right? Because the liver is responsible for converting the majority of the T4 to T3, which is the active hormone for thyroid. And if the liver is congested, sludgy, bile is sludgy, if it's not, you know, it's not as nice and viscous as it should be, right? The bile to be squirted into the small intestine so you can digest and break down those fats, and you could absorb your nutrients and better. Then that's going to affect the skin, right? As well as a congested lymphatic system. So remember I said earlier, liver, right? So liver could be either congested or it could be in a state of blood deficiency. So if it's in a state of blood deficiency, you have to look at that as well. Am I not getting enough red meat, B12, iron-rich foods, right? What's going on? Do I not have enough copper and minerals in my diet to build the blood? So there's lots of stuff that we can look at. Okay, and that was Claire. So let's see. Luann says, I have Hashimoto's and celiac disease, and I do not want to take traditional medications. What kind of diet is best for me? Okay, this is a great question. So for those of you that are new to thyroid disease, you have hyperthyroid. Your thyroid is producing too much hormone. You're in a speedy state. You have hypothyroid. Your thyroid's not producing enough thyroid hormone, right? You're slowing down. And then you have the autoimmune thyroid conditions, Hashimoto's and Graves'. So Hashimoto's is an autoimmune condition. Graves' is an autoimmune condition. So anytime that you have an autoimmune condition, you got to look in the gut. And look at that, Luann. You have celiac disease. So your gut is compromised. So you have to heal the gut. So there are many ways to heal the gut. Number one, reduce stress, because once you're stressed, digestion shuts down. You're not going to absorb your nutrients, right? Your ability to absorb will be compromised. The second thing is you want to make sure that you're not putting in foods that are inflaming your gut while you're in the healing process. So this is where I recommend for my clients and my students, take out dairy, take out sugar, take out caffeine, take out citrus fruits, take out anything that would cause or could cause inflammation. Gluten can do that for some people, not everybody. Take out any of the foods that can cause that inflammation and cause all of this trouble in the gut, and start to heal. Bone stalks, slippery elm, mucilaginous foods, seaweed again, right? One of my favorites. All of this will help to support the gut, reduce the inflammation, so that you can absorb your nutrients. And also another thing to look at with Hashimoto's, again, autoimmune conditions, in Western medicine, and I know I talk fast, guys, so you got to pay attention or watch it over and over again. Another thing with any autoimmune condition in Western medicine, they say that the body is attacking the body, and they don't know why the body is attacking itself. The body is brilliant. It's a perfect design. It doesn't attack itself for no reason. So what is the underlying reason? Is there a virus, a rogue virus in your system? Is there an overgrowth of bacteria? Are there chemicals in your body, you know, that are building your cells, and your body's going, what the hell is this? Attack, right? Especially if there's a virus, attack, right? It's attacking. So, you know, this is where you would look for all of go get a viral panel, right? See if your EBV is high, any of your other herpes viruses, see if they're all high, and then bring the viral loads down. And you could bring the viral loads down with a lot of my favorite herbs, like black walnut hull, cat's claw, any like wormwood, you know, do a parasite cleanse, right? It could be parasites that are in there that are bugging you. So that was a long answer. I hope I gave you enough to chew on. Okay. The next question came in from Robyn. Robyn says, hi, Andrea. I've followed you for years, back from the days of Fed Up and Wise Up. Those were my two TV shows, until Big Pharma, Big Pharma, that's PHARMA, not FARMER, until Big Pharma took down the station. Oh my God, that's so funny. Anyway, my question is, I have hypothyroid and Hashimoto's. I'm currently taking Synthroid and have for years. I wanted to take ashwagandha, and I had an herbalist tell me that I should not take it while taking Synthroid. Is this true? Not necessarily, although sometimes ashwagandha you know, I've heard that it can you know, make the minerals inside the body off balance. It could increase the copper at times. Um, so it's not, I think it's safe to take while taking Synthroid. I haven't heard of those two interacting with each other. So I would suggest that you try it in your body. That's always the best thing to do. Try something in your body instead of listening to what the doctor says or what I say or what that person down the road says. Try it in your body. Do you sleep better when you're taking this? Do you feel better? Do you have more energy? And then give your body a break. Like, don't take something for a long period of time without giving it a break. So I usually recommend that my clients take something for 21 days to 3 months, depending on what it is, and then stop. Give your body 3 weeks break. You know, like I don't think that we're designed to just keep taking stuff over and over and over and over and over again. We need to fast from supplements, from food. I think fasting is really great for the liver and for the health of the thyroid and all that stuff. Okay, let's keep moving because I don't have much time here. Doreen says, I have a thyroid problem, cannot take medication because I get very sick and I gain weight. I just recently lost 45 pounds on a low-carb diet, and I still have to go. I still have a lot to go. Am I doing the right thing for my thyroid? Gosh, I don't know. That wasn't really a question. I have a thyroid problem. I cannot take medication because I get very sick and I gain weight. I just recently lost 45 pounds on a low-carb diet. I still have a lot to go. Am I doing the right thing for my thyroid? Okay, so if you have a thyroid problem and you take the medication and when you take it, you get sick and you gain weight, I'm going to say you're doing the right thing. Right, so that's something to look at. Okay, Robyn says, I've been listening to a couple of things Dr. Alan Christensen said. We are getting more iodine than our thyroid can use and said we should avoid iodine completely. So he recommends no seaweed vegetables at all and no dairy as a dairy farmers. Clean the teats and the machinery with iodine. What are your thoughts on that? And could you point me in a direction of more information and research? I think that most people are over iodized because our food supply, if you're eating a standard American diet, and I know that I have people from all over the world, they ask questions, right? So I'm looking at it from the standard American perspective. If you're on a standard American diet, you're getting way too much iodine, right? But if you're in the rest of the world, I don't think that's so much of a problem, although it is starting to be, because, you know, our Western mentality and the refined foods and all the packaged crap that we've been eating here is now splashed across the entire globe, and it's going into every country in the world. Sorry, people. That's just the way it goes. The American dream. So that's my thoughts on that. And if you want more research about iodine, go to my website, www.andreabeaman.com. Type iodine into the search bar, and you'll get some studies and all that stuff. But again, if you're not eating a standard American diet, right, which is loaded with excess iodine because of all the packaged foods, they put a lot of stuff in that crap, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. Lela says, how to reduce anxiety. I have hypothyroidism, but I lose weight and my thyroid level is high. Okay, I don't know. Is the question how to reduce your anxiety? You have hypothyroid, but you lose weight and your thyroid level is high. So if you have hypothyroid and you're losing weight, but your thyroid level is high, but what on your thyroid level? Is it are your antibodies high? Is your TSH high? You have to be more, you got to give me more information than that. Jean says, what is the best test for iodine? I have Hashimoto's. With Hashimoto's, I check with a naturopathic doctor. Also, you can go to any pharmacy and you can get the little iodine and you put it on your skin. And when you put it on your skin, if it's absorbed in 24 hours, you probably low iodine. If it's not absorbed, if you still see the orange stain there, then you're good. Okay, Micheline says, I just had a partial thyroidectomy to determine if I had cancer, which is negative. Now my hormones are off and the doctor is talking about hypothyroidism. What is your recommendation? Okay, Micheline, my recommendation is, I understand that you listened to what the doctor said, right? Okay, so here's a current phenomenon that I want you to research. Thyroidectomies are on the rise, and 95% of nodules that are on the thyroid are benign. 95%. So if the doctor rushes you into, hey, listen, you got a nodule on your thyroid and we gotta take that thing out, or just hold off and say, okay, because thyroid cancer, even if it is thyroid cancer, is usually, this is not a cancer that spreads all over the place, right? So this is where you slow down and you say, hey, and this is nourishing the fifth chakra, your ability to speak your truth. And you say, hey, slow down. I don't want to take out a piece of my body right now. We don't need to go so fast on this. And as you can see, your partial thyroidectomy, it shows that the cancer was negative, right? So now your hormones are off balance and the doctor wants to put you on medication. So you have a half a thyroid. Your thyroid can still produce the thyroid hormone that you need, except it's going to be a struggle. So it'll really be working hard, right? It's going to be like working the hardest little gland in your body. So you want to nourish your entire endocrine system and make sure everything is functioning well so that you support your thyroid to the best of your ability. And I would highly recommend you pick up this book by my favorite author, Andrea Beaman, Happy Healthy Thyroid. It'll give you a lot of the information that you need, if not all of the information that you need to get on the right path. Okay. Joy says, my mom has severe hypothyroidism. Her thyroid levels are close to 0. As a result, my mom's appetite and her chewing and swallowing abilities have been impaired. The doctors have been trying to adjust the thyroid levels. However, my mom's chewing abilities consist of 1 week chew, and then she sits with the food in her mouth for several minutes. Aww. My mom's hypothyroidism has made my mom a lazy chewer and swallower. I have to encourage my mom to chew and swallow. It sometimes becomes frustrating that my mom has lost the knack to do something she has done for 82 years. Do you have any insights or ideas that will help my mom chew like an alligator and then swallow without delay? Help needed, Andrea Beaman. Thank you. Joy, your mom is blessed to have you looking out for her health and well-being. So she has severe hypothyroidism and she's 82 years old. So here's what I would suggest. First of all, the older you are, the less ability you have to absorb and digest your food. So when you come into the world as a little baby, there's a reason why your food is all pureed and easy to eat, right? And then as you go out as an older person, right, again, you need soft food, soft, easy to digest food. So try not, don't make her like an alligator because she's 82, right? She's had a long life here, a long journey. Love her as much as you can and make her soft, easy to digest food. Soups, stews, braises, all of that are really, the proteins have been broken down. The nutrients are in liquid form. They're very easy. And she could sit with it, take some soup and just sit with it in her mouth, swish it around with her enzymes, right? Her digestive enzymes, and swallow. This would be a lot better for her, right? At her age. Okay. And she's blessed to have you. She's blessed to have you. So Sneha, Sneha, and again, all of these came into my Ask Andrea on my website, www.andreabeaman.com. Sneha says, what are your thoughts on intermittent fasting for people with thyroid issues and stomach bloating? I personally love intermittent fasting. I just talked about it on my radio show the other day. I love intermittent fasting. It's not a new concept. It's an ancient concept, right? So in ancient times, human beings fasted at periods throughout the year for spiritual purposes, right? They took out the food from the body so that the body could do its cleaning business and become an empty vessel. And once the body is empty, right, you become a receptacle for the vessel for higher guidance and spiritual support, clarity, right? You ever notice when you eat a big meal and your body's digesting, you're like, duh. Duh, right? So fasting helps you release it takes away the energy from the digestive function and puts it towards cleaning up the body. Puts it towards so many other things, healing, the immune system, all that stuff. So I think that intermittent fasting is great. I personally fast naturally the way our ancestors did. You eat a meal 7 o'clock at night, and then you don't eat again till 9 o'clock in the morning. That's 14 hours of fasting right there. And then breakfast, break fast, right? That's the breakfast, break fast. So I think it's really good. Okay, let's keep going because I got to wrap this up. Susan says, why is my husband's temperature so low, yet he feels boiling hot? He takes natural desiccated thyroid to correct hypothyroidism, and he has improved, but he's still not as he should be. He has been poorly for many years, chronically tired and painful. Okay, so if his temperature is low and he's boiling hot, his triple heater is off, right? So there's a triple burner or triple warmer in Chinese medicine. And it's connected to the thyroid because this is the metabolism, right? So his heater is off. So I would do some stretching exercises, believe it or not, with something like this, because when you get the body and the energy moving and flowing, then blood, which is carrying heat and warmth, right, and life and nutrients, blood gets to where it needs to go to, and it's going to start to regulate his temperature. So on my website, if you put into the search bar, stretching exercises or morning exercises, you'll see a blog that pops up that shows you 5 simple morning exercises that you can do to get the energy moving throughout your system so that the blood and the nutrients are going where they need to go so that your burners start to get more balanced, so to speak. It'll also help with his pain because anytime that there's pain, it means there's a blockage, a block of energy, right? If I were to hold this here for a long period of time, trust me, there's going to be pain here. So anytime that you have a block internally from something, a tumor, a cyst, anything, you're going to get pain. Sludgy blood not moving, you're going to get pain. So once he gets his system moving, that pain's going to resolve. He's going to warm up. It's going to be really nice for him. And again, blessed to have you, right? Give him lots of hugs. That'll help warm him up too. He needs lots of hugs and your love, sister. Janet says, I have a lump on either side of my throat. One side is larger than the other. I'm a white woman living in the Solomon Islands. Very limited medical information here and scan machines are ancient. I had blood tests a year ago for thyroid. They came back normal. I'm constipated. I have thinning hair and what appears to be cysts on either side of my neck. Any suggestions? Oh, my sister is in Australia who has hypothyroid, and my mother and brother had theirs removed. So the sister has slow thyroid, and the mother and the brother had theirs removed. So you could see that there's something running here, right? So things run in the family, diseases run in the family because food and behavior patterns run in families, right? We all sit to the same meals. We grow up eating the same things, behavior patterns. So lumps always indicate that there's something going on with the liver, actually. So if you have cysts or lumps, like I said earlier, you have to look at the health of the liver. So I would do a liver detox. You could find one on my website, put into the search bar, liver detox. I would do one of those. Support your liver the best that you can. Clear your lymphatic system. So you need exercise for that, to clear the lymphatic system, some great herbs to clear the lymph and to move lymph, red clover, burdock root. Oh my gosh, I love them. Echinacea, right? All of this will really help. Okay. Oh, look at that. Great. That was the last question. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming to listen about how to heal your thyroid. If you have questions, go to AndreaBeaman.com, and on the sidebar, there's an Ask Andrea. Put in your thyroid questions. I'm happy to answer them. I love sharing knowledge with you on how you can heal your thyroid because, you know, life is short and we're going to be in and out of this thing in a snap of a finger or a blink of an eye, right? So you want to be healthy and happy while you're here. And I also highly recommend that you pick up my book, Happy Healthy Thyroid. And for those of you that want more support and guidance, I have an online thyroid program. I have students from around the world in the program, and we've got great results on that. And you can find that also at AndreaBeaman.com. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.